the things a candidate could go after right now, I feel like Wall Street, we got them.
Yeah.
When you look at the things
it does
care about
resonate.
most.
I agree. There are a lot of people who are still frustrated out there. A lot of people feel left behind. There's been a lot of growth in a lot of companies, a lot of growth in wealth. This opportunity gap has widened. Some people call it income inequality. That is frustrating, and it clearly is resonating. And that is tapping into the whole Bernie Sanders movement. A lot of that is people saying they're kind of fed up with Washington. They're fed up with the status quo. They want to kind of take on the Wall Street and some of the big banks. So it does resonate.
And I get that in a general sense. We want to take on Wall Street, but that translates into, and she is talking apparently about holding individual executives personally responsible. People get that. Ben Bernanke has been talking about that. That's good. I just don't get this technical stuff. I don't think people can understand that.
What I would say is that people sort of innately understand that there's something in their lives that's helped by some of the companies that Steve backs, right? These startups, like the new technology, Apple, Google, they get why that helps their lives. They don't really understand why this fast trading does. It's hard for Wall Street to make a case why you need this sort of microsecond trading and why it makes your life better. And then sometimes they read that it causes things like the flash crash. And I think the average...
Banks don't make something that's in your home that makes your life better.
So politically, it's harder to defend than, starting a new technology.
Well, they actually don't make anything. They're not really making products and services. More about moving money around, and it's an important part of the economy. But I think most people in the country really want to figure out what are the people that are creating the products, services can improve their lives, that they can relate to, are creating the companies that are creating jobs and opportunities in their communities, not just in a few places. So that's the real world.
But maybe we're not appreciating the fact that it's those banks that help fuel innovation, that fund people who want to start businesses to help people in their home. I mean, you got to say the financial industry does help make all these things happen.
Some sectors, I mean, a lot of banks don't fund startups. So there's a sector of the economy, the venture capital side, that obviously does. I think that should be encouraged, because I think that is where the Kauffman Foundation research says in the last 3 decades, 40 million jobs have been created by these young high-growth startups. They say it's all the net job creation. So more focus on that, more incentives around that, I think, are important. But I think there is a recognition that their financial services is big, and the focus is sometimes on these things that people don't really understand. How do we focus on things that actually create the companies that create the products that improve people's lives and create the jobs that can uplift communities all around the country, not just here in New York or not just in Silicon Valley, all across the country? That's what we're hearing more and more about.